lasting
What is
emotion,
up, everyone?
and they
Welcome
add the love
back
behind
to some more
sarcasm
We
and
Don't Know Jack. We don't. We still don't know Jack.
Hello, I'm Cookie Masterson, and I found this kazoo in the trash.
Smart idea, dude.
Hello, you two. Try not to make each other cry, okay? You all take care of those screws now. If you think another player is clueless, screw them and make them answer immediately. If they miss it, you win extra cash. And the wrong answer of the game is brought to you by...
Peeping Todd's Pervert Supplies. Get out of the bushes and into our store. Become a member today and we'll whack off an additional 10%.
Pick the wrong answer associated with our sponsor to win a fabulous prize and big cash.
Alright.
Okay, no turning back.
Alright, and we're here. Dad's gonna frame me. Like,
Okay, to get things started, birds of a feather do hip-hop dancing together. Which contestant would you not see on the talent show America's Got Talons? A singing condor, a dancing owl, a juggling falcon, or a whistling crane? Player one.
Yeah.
Player two. Condors, owls, and falcons are all birds of prey and have
two.
talons, but a crane does not. Why do I have a feeling that Howard Stern's opinion on this show would always be supported by Robin's? Up next, I was lost, but now I'm drunk, and it's time to pour a dis or dat.
Oh, it's a this or that.
Player one. You're in last place, so I choose you to play this dis or dat. I'm gonna read off 7 things, and for each one, you tell me if it's a book by evangelist Billy Graham or a Guinness advertising slogan. If it's Billy Graham, press the square button.
All my
If
money
it's Guinness,
that I didn't have.
press the circle button. Player two. Choose your answer before player one, and if player one gets it wrong and you get it right, that cash is yours. Okay, we're off. Out of the darkness comes light. Hope for each day. The secret of happiness. Answers to life's problems. The most natural thing in the world. Believe. How to be born again.
Yeah.
You did not choose the path to righteousness.
Out of the negatives.
I had a religious experience after drinking some Guinness. Although once you've drunkenly interrupted a baptism, there aren't many churches that'll let you in after that.
I can see why. I'm not gonna disagree with the church.
Try this on for size. Every quest you take. What do the police and Frodo Baggins have in common? Both fought over a ring, both have a sting, both have a love interest named Roxanne, or both are from Middle Earth. Player one. That was horrible. Player two. Sting is the lead singer of the Police and also the name of the sword Frodo carries with him. Both can also really shred a mandolin.
Oh, dang, yeah, Frodo Baggins, he's in, Lord of the Manger. It's like the Frodo, I don't know.
Here we have, do you smell what I smell? Okay, so, sorry, we've got all this garbage in here, and the smell almost made me puke on my microphone.
Looking through your trash bag, what's it say about you? Funky trash.
Oh, funky
Okay, what do we have here? There's a lot of soft felt, and there's a Pizzelle, a Bizcochito, and a Florentine. Whose trash is this? Kermit the Frog's, Big Bird's, Cookie Monster's, or Elmo's? Watch your time! Players 1 and 2, this is gonna hurt. It was begging to be picked. These are all types of cookies from around the world. So yeah, this is Cookie Monster's trash. Throw in some used candles and a Nicholas Sparks book ruined by tears, and this isn't much different than my trash. Next, you're not the cake boss of me. If the cake boss were commissioned to bake the cake that Alice ate in Alice in Wonderland, what instructions would he have? It needs to make her bigger. It needs to shrink her. It needs to let her see in color. Or it needs to give her seizures. Player 1, watch the time. Players 1 and 2?
Shrink her.
No, but speaking of shrinking, here's where the money is.
I didn't
After
think it was
Alice drinks the
shrinking,
potion
'cause
that
was
makes her
the,
tiny, she eats the cake that makes her
vial or
become
whatever she
huge.
had.
Can
was
you
the vial I
imagine
think
getting
she
huge
had.
from
I did that
eating
mainly
cake?
for the
That
pervert
Lewis
thing,
Carroll
to
had
shrink
one
and hide.
wild imagination.
I don't know.
That brings a close to round 1. Don't forget, all the questions in round 2 are worth double.
Oh.
And keep in mind, keep an eye out for the wrong answer of the game. It's still out there. Let's see what's in store.
I honestly don't know how they're gonna just casually slide back in.
How about Air She Blows? There's so many sub shops now. Subway, Quiznos, Jimmy John's, that nice restaurant inside Target. But my personal favorite is Blimpie, because it's just
Blimpie.
fun to say. Blimpie! Blimpie! Anyway, Blimpie. If eating a Blimpie sub gave you the same kind of gas that is used to fill a modern-day blimp, what would you have? A hydrogen, a nitrogen, an argon, or a helium?
Oh, I'm gonna feel this so bad.
Players 1 and 2? Yep, these days, blimps like the Goodyear blimp are just filled with helium like regular balloons.
Yeah.
Now,
How did the
imagine
negatives
eating
begin?
a Subway sub gave you the same kind of gas you usually smell when you're on a subway.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Cool.
It's time for Wild Times in My Mouth. Which of these is not a candy bear, a gummy grizzly, a red licorice red panda, a sour patch sun bear, or a Peeps polar bear? Let me show you something.
Dang it.
A red panda is not a bear.
We
It's
both-
actually closer to a raccoon.
Yeah. We both did it.
Great. So I've been taking
I'm
sexy
always scared to
photos
go
on
against you
raccoon
because Grammy
skin
can't do the
rugs.
wrong answers.
Players 1 and 2?
And Andrew has the same bad
Yeah,
luck that I
no,
have.
I'm afraid you're in peep trouble. Which is why you're lucky to have won this giant shrub costume with built-in binoculars from Peeping Todd's Pervert Supplies. Keep your hands where no one can see them. This wrong answer of the game nets you a handsome $8,000. Yeah, you're welcome.
We both needed that. Now I have now I can end up positive. Not end up Ocho instead of 8.
Coming up,
Interesting.
you're wearing the hell out of that harpsichord. I know you can't see me right now, but I just want you to know that I'm wearing my piano key necktie today, and I have to say, I'm looking pretty damn sharp. But tell me this, if it worked like a real piano, what sharp key on my sharp-looking piano key necktie is basically the same key as a B flat? A sharp, B sharp, C sharp, or G sharp?
Thank you, music.
Player 2, watch that clock. Player 1, honest mistake.
Are you serious?
No,
It's
I'll
B
get
sharp,
this.
isn't it?
To play an A sharp, you hit the same key as when you play a B flat. It's the black
Dang
key
it, I thought
between
it was
an
B
A
sharp.
and B.
Or C.
But I'd rather just play some bluegrass on my banjo underpants.
Stuff, man. I'm really good at music and sight reading.
Oh
I am
God!
terrible
Oh God!
at
That was a
piano.
terrible idea.
Jeez, I thought I had that. And yeah, that was Dang.
Let's try. She said what?
That
You
really
know how
took us-
people like to say that's what she said? Well, Which of these is actually what a she said? Parting is such sweet sorrow, to be or not to be, my kingdom for a horse, or what light through yonder window breaks? Player 1.
Jeez.
Player 2. This line is delivered by Juliet in Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. The rest are all said by dudes. Wow, Shakespeare quotes.
I know, I really
that was a hard one.
wanted to do that.
That's what she said. Get back to work.
Yeah.
I
Thanks,
call
needed
this
that
one
reminder.
ye heavy metal music of old.
Oh,
Suppose you're at a
yeah.
geological timeline music festival, which sounds amazing. What band should immediately follow the queens of the Stone Age? The princes of the Bronze Age, the kings of the Fire Age, the princesses of the Iron Age, or the dukes of the Quartz Age? Player 2, do something! Player 2? Hate to disappoint you, but wait, no I don't. Player 1. The Stone Age was followed by the Bronze Age.
Ha! Finally, something.
The Princes of the Bronze Age isn't a very good live band. They make too many eras.
That was good. So you know how to play Jack Attack at this point?
Brace yourself. Of course, who wants to hear my yapping? No, I'm still doing it. Sorry. Here you go. No thanks for the memories. Who's having some memory problems? Good luck.
So I'm just gonna be honest here. We missed it. Yeah, it was the first one. Dang it. Oh, Kermit the Frog. I remember that now. Oh, dude. Obviously Dory. What? Okay, I got this. I got this. Oh yeah, you're right. Okay. Or is it Dory? Oh, got him! X-Men. Oh, I didn't see X-Men, man. Cool. Yeah, for the Wolverine, I never even thought of X-Men. Okay, yeah, I didn't see the hangout. I'm not even gonna try. It's free for Dad if he knows. The tide's turning. I think I had too much of a
Player
Dang.
1 with the win! Player 1, you know, dozens of people come through here and post solid wins at this game, but none of
Solid
them did it
wins?
like
That
you.
was
They
barely.
impressed me, and they're all here to say,
I don't know, Jack. You are very correct. That was easily luck at that end. We're gonna do one more, like we always do, and then this is.
Hi,
Dad
I'm
kinda
Cookie
deserved to win
Masterson,
that. I just
and that was the
somehow
parrot
snuck
I bought
by.
that has the same exact voice as me,
But I don't know Jack.
Okay, I want you two to shake hands. Harder. Harder. Everybody's got their screws. If you think an opponent doesn't know the answer, hit your screw button and you'll force them to answer immediately. If they miss it, you win big. And our wrong answer of the game is sponsored by
Land McDally's Incorrect Maps. They'll get you to the general area of where you need to go.
If you
my
happen to
map
find our
store, 'cause
sponsor's
I
wrong
am-
answer of
I
the
know the
game,
general
they'll be
area. I am
rewarded
bad
with
with
big
maps.
prizes and cash.
I'd probably put Texas at the top half of the
Okay,
United
let's light
States.
this sucker.
Probably.
Get ready, time for question. One.
First question. You've seen one ball, you've seen them both. If a baseball pitcher threw as many consecutive strikes as there are consecutive strikes bowled in a perfect game of bowling, how many total batters would he strike out? 3 batters, 4 batters, 5 batters, or 6 batters? Player 1. Can't do anything right, can you?
Yep. Can't,
Player
is it
2.
4?
I so wanted you to pick this one. To bowl a perfect game, you need to get 12 consecutive strikes. If a baseball pitcher threw that many strikes in a
yeah,
row at
that's
3
right.
strikes
Okay.
per batter,
I
they
knew it
would
was either
strike out
10 or
4 total
3, and for some
batters.
reason I went with 10.
And the level of athleticism it takes to throw a strike in baseball and a strike in bowling is roughly the same. No, seriously. I've seen people at the bowling alley bowling while actually attached to life-saving medical devices.
Oh, mama gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Say it so.
Take a good look at a quarter till turkey lurkey time. Speaking of bowling, I recently bowled 3 strikes in a row, and the bowling alley gave me an actual baby turkey. Which is just great because now I have to name it. So, what would be an appropriate name for my young male turkey? Tommy Lee Wishbones, Bryant Gobble, Jake Gyllenclaws, or Carl Feathers? Time's a-wasting. Player 1. An adult male turkey is called a Tom, but a young male turkey is called a Jake. Cool. Now I just need to get a second turkey to be his sister Maggie Gyllenclaws. She'll have some moderate success as a turkey, but Jake will be a much bigger turkey star.
Honestly,
Dance
probably
with
off.
me, Disco 3.
And now, the dog goes bow chicka bow wow, and it's a dis or dat.
I think I still have it. I don't think
Player
I recovered
1.
enough. Yeah.
Why don't you play this dis or dat and see if you can't catch up a bit? I'm going to read off 7
Please.
titles, and for each one, I want you to tell me if it's a section in Alfred Kinsey's Sexual Behavior in the Human
Yeah,
Male,
because I've
or
seen that a lot.
a section in Sandy Blackburn's The Everything Dog Grooming Book.
Yeah,
If it's about
because-
sex, press the square
Sure.
button.
All right,
If it's
you
about
nailed
dog
it.
grooming, press the circle button. Player 2. Lock in your answer before player 1, because if player 1 gets it wrong and you get it right, you steal the cash.
I'm gonna nail this.
All right,
I
let's
don't
get
feel
started.
anything. God, I got this.
Techniques in petting. Start 'em young. Animal contacts. Smooth trends. Now where did I put that? Careless. Itchy rear.
Yeah,
Ah, you did your
okay. Hey, not
beast.
that bad. I took a stab at that last one. Like it could be either.
It looks like they both have a chapter titled Fluffing.
On to 4.
This one's called Your Skull is Robin Thicke.
Why is it
So, you know that Robin Thicke song, Blurred Lines? Makes me wonder if he has bad vision. What might an optometrist say if seeing blurred lines meant that Robin Thicke has 20/40 vision? Your vision is 20% worse than 20/20. Your vision is 50% worse than
no,
20/20.
bad.
Your vision is 100% worse than 20/20. Or your vision is 200% worse than 20/20. Not much time left. Player 2. Having 20/40 vision means something at 20 feet looks like it would if it were 40 feet from someone with 20/20 vision. So
Oh,
it's
dang.
half as good. I would feel bad for Robin Thicke if he had poor eyesight. He'd think he was looking at a
Well.
stunningly gorgeous woman in his entourage, but in reality, she'd just be very, very pretty. Poor guy. Player 1. Say hello to Special Delivery. I'm expecting a food delivery any second now. No, that should be it. Although the sound is coming from this suitcase.
Special delivery for Cookie Masterson.
Oh no. Billy. We cannot get away from Billy.
Not me.
No, we are. We're the dummy.
Billy, I sure hope you
Dummy.
didn't mess up my pizza order.
Not Trottlin. I just guessed what you trottedly ordered. Statistically speaking, what is the most popular pizza topping in America? Not counting cheese. Mushrooms, bacon, pepperoni, or green peppers.
Players 1 and 2.
Pepperoni is by far the most popular pizza topping in the U.S.
Is that a bacon?
Pepperoni pizza is exactly what I ordered.
Thanks for your business, sir, and I'd appreciate a sizable tit.
What?
A tit! You should give me a big tit.
I don't... Oh, tip! Tip, a big tip.
Boy, they got the title Who's the Dunny exactly right.
We finished round
Wrong
1.
answer.
Remember, I'm doubling the value of each question in round 2. And remember,
got it.
big cash prizes can be
I thought it was
yours if
gonna
you
be
find the
bird
wrong
line.
answer of the game.
Like into the
Okay, how about it?
Because they generally get in the area. Alright. We don't have
Coming
six
up
anymore,
next,
apparently.
literacy for her. So, have you heard of this term chicklet? Apparently, any book written by a woman gets lumped into this category, which I think is really demeaning. Why can't it be called babelit? Anyway, using this chicklet logic, which of these books is not chicklet? Gone with the Wind, To the Lighthouse, The French Lieutenant's Woman, or Atlas Shrugged?
Yeah. That's my
Player 2, clock's a ticking. Where's that confounded right answer? Gone with the Wind, To the Lighthouse, and Atlas Shrugged were written by Margaret Mitchell, Virginia Woolf, and Ayn Rand, respectively. John Fowles, the only non-chick, wrote The French Lieutenant's Woman. John Fowles' work belongs in the great genre of prose known as lit. Player 1. Atlas holds up the world, but you just dropped the ball. But that lets you pick up an incorrect map of America from Bland McDally's Incorrect Maps. Because geography. This wrong answer of the game is worth $8,000 for you. Nice job.
Kentucky.
Question 7. Yeah, better shake your monkey bang.
Why not try rhythm method acting? You know how people tell actors to break a leg? Well, which actor might have been able to play his role more realistically if he had actually literally broken a leg? Cary Grant in North by Northwest, Jimmy Stewart in Rear Window, Orson Welles in Citizen Kane, or Gregory Peck in To Kill a Mockingbird? Player 2, you may be suffering from a broken head. Player 1, if he wanted to be all method actor, Jimmy Stewart could have broken his leg in real life to better portray his character in Rear Window, a man with a broken leg who spied on his neighbors with a camera. So, if you have a broken leg and you spy on your neighbors, it's considered a classic movie. But if your leg isn't broken, you're some kind of pervert. Whatever.
Follow me down to the sea.
Speaking of, that was. I kind of see how last episode connects.
Here's one I like to call
that question.
cramming for my rectal exam. If I get my prostate exam in the prostrate position, what would my doctor say? Get on your side and spread those cheeks. Back on the ground and spread those cheeks. Stand up and spread those cheeks. Or stomach on the ground and spread those cheeks. Player 1. Congratulations, Not. Player 2. Prostrate is a position where you're lying flat on the ground with your face downward. That seems really uncomfortable, but I don't know why exactly. I can't quite put my finger in it. Pucker up for Consumer Retorts. If there were a new edition of the book Eat, Pray, Love that specifically targeted primary consumers, what would it be called? Eat Plants, Pray, Love, Eat Meat, Pray, Love, Eat Plants and Meat, Pray, Love, or Eat Sunlight, Pray, Love? Player 2, sorry, no takebacks. Player 1, you really ate it. Here's what you meant to pick. A primary consumer is any animal that eats grass or other plants. And let me tell you, consuming Eat, Pray, Love really fills you up. In your soul.
That makes all the difference. Fills up in your soul.
And on its way, auto-tuning.
Oh no.
If Jay-Z is in an Ottoman Empire state of mind, what might he be thinking about? Cruising down the street with the Mongols, sipping life casually with the Huns, sitting courtside with the Aztecs, or saying what's up to the Turks? Player 2. Player 1. The Ottoman Empire was established by the Turks in the 13th century and existed for over 600 years. And with Jay-Z on his Ottoman throne, he'd still have 99 problems, but a place to rest his feet ain't one.
Same people. Good to know. I know, seriously. Threw a curveball. We know.
Step. I see you don't need me for anything. It's all yours. Get a life. What kind of life are they leading? Good luck.
I want somebody to get a life. Come on, Dad, that's candy. Oh dang, that was good. Oh, I know this one. Sweet life. Ooh, the spooky life. Oh, my hand. I'll give him this to Dad. I have no clue. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, bonus course. You almost
Player 1's got it! Excuse me,
I mean,
Player 2, did you say something?
Yeah,
no,
Dad
I
did
didn't
get put
think
on
so.
the one.
Because after somebody kicked your butt like Player 1 just did,
Yeah.
there's only one thing to say.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out and south, everyone.